Hi guys, I'm PUTSY, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to do yet another unboxing for you guys. I feel like that's all I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, but I do have a lot of things on my wish list and I've been saving up a lot of my money to buy a lot of these things. I don't know, but for this one, I do really have great reasons. As you can see from the title, this video is going to be an unboxing for my new Kindle Paperwhite 2021 version. I believe this is the 11th generation, which is kind of surprising because I was a little bit against Kindle, ebook, and audiobook for the longest time. When I started 2021, still stand with that opinion, but I ended 2021 with a completely different point of view about audiobook and ebooks. But before we get into the unboxing part, I'm just going to give you a little bit of backstory as to why I finally caved in and get myself a Kindle. It's a little bit of a different story with audiobook because I was for the longest time against audiobooks so much. I tried to listen to one a couple years ago, didn't like it, and whenever I see people listening to an audiobook, I was like, is it really reading though? It's listening, it's different. But the more I saw people talking about listening to audiobook, how amazing it is, how immersive the experience is, how convenient it is. Some people even say they love the audiobook more than physical forms of said books. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to try one. I get myself a subscription to Script and I decided that I like them. I like them very much. I've been listening to a lot of audiobook for the past couple of months. So around November or December of 2021, I was looking at some books that I really want to buy, but it's almost impossible to get in my country because if you don't know, I don't live in United States, and some books, especially romance books, can be quite hard to get, and if they are available, they are usually very expensive. So the only option available is if I listen to them through audiobooks or read through ebooks or Kindle or whatever. In digital forms, they are way cheaper, more accessible. So I decided to try the Kindle app on my iPhone just to see if I like them. And with ebook, it's a little bit different. I kind of know that I'm going to like them because I've read some books through ebooks before, but I just didn't think that it will be something that I will be obsessed with. It is something that I do every once in a while. I just love physical books way too much. I just love flipping through pages, smelling that new book smell, you know, just having it physically in my bookshelves, buying books. It's just the whole experience of it all, not just reading the book itself, is something that I truly love more and more now. And then I searched through a couple of books that I really want to get that I cannot get physically, and I found one surprisingly is $0, which is The Deal by L. Kennedy. Downloaded it to my Kindle, read it, love the books by the way. Decided to buy another books in the series, and I just cannot put the Kindle app down. Like, I realize I love reading through Kindle, but there are a couple of major cons with reading through the Kindle app because with iOS we cannot really buy Kindle books through the app itself, which is not a huge convenience. But the one major cons, I feel like, one is heavy, especially if you read them on your iPad. Even my phone now is heavy. I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max and this thing is quite heavy in my opinion, and reading with my phone or my iPad while I'm lying on my bed can be tiresome and uncomfortable for a longer period of time. And I know this thing is very light and very comfortable to hold and to read with even for a longer period of time. And the major setback with iPhone and iPad or any other gadgets is the screen itself. The light can be very tiring for your eye. It has blue lights in it, so if you read them at night and for hours and hours at a time, your eyes will get very tired very easy, very quick, and it can be quite damaging as well if you continuously read for hours and hours with your phone. So it's just not good for the long run. But at least I already know that I like using the apps, and I decided to get myself a Kindle. and I'm so lucky, I feel like, to have the desire to buy one now. If I bought it on a whim a couple months ago, I probably would get the previous version, the 2018. I mean, it's still a really good Kindle. I would totally suggest that one for any one of you who want to get a Kindle but don't want to spare the amount of money that this one cost. But this one does have a couple improvements. It's a little bit more expensive, but I feel like the upgrade that it has compared to the previous generation is worth it and comparable to the price difference itself. So this one has 8 gigabytes of memory. I know they also have the 32 gigabytes, but in my personal opinion, if you don't use your Kindle to listen to audiobooks, this will last you a very long time. This will hold probably thousands of books, close to 2,000, 3,000 of books, which is kind of crazy. How many years will it take for me to read those amount of books? Years. Besides, I listen to my audiobook through script, so I know this is more than enough for what I need. And I bought the color black because in this version, at least for now, they only have black, which I don't mind at all. I love black. I know in the previous generation they have that gorgeous mauve kind of pink that I really like. Sadly, they don't have them in this version. So if color is one of your biggest concern, then you probably want to look into the previous edition. The screen in this version is a tiny bit bigger. The screen in the previous version is 6 inches. This one has 6.8 inches with 300 ppi. It's waterproof, so you can read while you're taking a bath, on the beach, swimming pool, wherever you want to be. You can adjust the warm light and the brightness. It can also go a bit brighter than the previous version. It truly feels like paper even in bright sunlight. You can also use your Bluetooth headphones if you want to listen to audiobook through your Kindle. It has Wi-Fi and it also came with USB-C, which is super cool because nowadays most gadgets use USB-C, so you can use just one cord for almost every single gadget you own now, which also means faster charging. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the screen is completely different from your phone. It doesn't use backlight and blue light, so it's much more comfortable for your eyes. It's completely glare free. And you can read with your Kindle even in the brightest of day or the darkest of night, basically. And laser quality text, it truly feels like you read a physical copy, text printed in paper, but without the hassle of trying to find light if you want to read at night. And the battery in this thing can last for weeks. have this on my hand, I'm so glad that I decided to get myself a Kindle. I have a feeling that I will get a lot of use out of this, especially to read all of my romance books, and I truly love how this looks. It really does look like I'm reading paper, not a gadget. Technology is so awesome and weird and unbelievable at the same time. It really is comfortable to look at. It's very, very light, and I can't wait to read my books while I'm taking a bath, because I love doing that, but I always scared to bring my physical books. And this is what it looks like in the back. It already has a lot of fingerprints. I mean, that's completely fine, but if it does truly bothers me in the future, I'm probably gonna get a clear case for this and get a pop socket. But yeah, I think this is also different from the previous version. It only has this Amazon logo. The previous one has Amazon written in the back, and it really is super light. And that's what it looks like when it's locked, which is kind of crazy. Like, it truly looks like paper. I'm going to use the heck out of this for the next month and see how I like them. If you want to see a review from me after I use this for a month, let me know in the comment section down below. I will for sure make that video for you in the future. Maybe even comparison to my physical books, audiobooks, Kindle apps on my phone and my iPads, and all of that. If you have any question regarding Kindle, how to set them up, how to buy the books, or whatever, especially if you don't live in the United States, also leave a comment down below. I will try my best to read through your comments and reply to all of them. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I post some book contents every once in a while here on my channel. And lastly, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope I can see you in another video. Bye guys.